stunning people. My name is Beane, and welcome to this episode of The Salt Lick. Today's artist is somebody who is so dear to my heart. I cannot wait for you to hear her. This is Julia Gartha.
God, I feel like hell tonight. Tears of rage, I cannot lie. I'd be the last to help you understand. Are you strong enough to be my man, my man? Nothing's true and nothing's right, so let me be alone tonight. 'Cause you can't change the way I am. Are you strong enough to be my man? Oh, lie to me. I promise I'll believe. Lie to me, but please don't leave. Don't leave me. Well, I have a face I cannot show. I make the rules up as I go. Just try to love me if you can. Are you strong enough to be my man? Oh, lie to me. I promise I'll believe. Lie to me, but please don't leave. Don't leave. When I've shown you that I just don't care, when I'm throwing punches in the air, when I'm broken down and I can't stand, will you be man enough to be my man? Are you strong enough to be my man? My man. Are you strong enough to be my man? Are you strong enough to be my man? Are you strong enough to be my man?
Hey, Julia.
Hey, Beane!
I'm so glad you could be here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. I was thinking about artists that would be good on a show like this, and you were the first person that came to my mind. You were.
Wow.
You, more than a lot of people I know, have a gift that needs to be heard by more people. In my humble opinion,
Dang.
I think what you do is just so special. And I am so grateful that you could include me in the cover you just did.
Yeah, I mean, we killed it.
Yes. We were with
killed
Hannah Siglin,
Queen.
who's great. Yes. So that was awesome, and I would love to know why you chose that song.
I feel like my answer is not as exciting as I wished it was, but...
No disclaimers. You're an exciting person.
There we go. I'm exciting, I'm great, whatever, cool. Sorry. But I feel like, growing up, I listened to a lot of Sheryl Crow because of my parents, like in the car, so I was always familiar with her music. I was like, Strong Enough would be really cool to do, like, just like a stripped down. I mean, it already is stripped, but yeah, I just thought it'd be great. And then obviously having you and Hannah on it, like, makes it 10 times better, so.
You're sweet. So when we're talking about Julia Gartha, the artist, how does she fit in between the Sheryl Crows and the Hyams? Is she there with those two, or is there something else that is in you that differentiates you from those two?
I think I'm in there in some ways. Like I play keys and like I love playing with a full band, but I also can like hold it down on my own.
Totally.
I feel like I've always had like an appreciation for singer, songwriter groups or not that like can just go up on stage with guitar and a mic or piano and a mic and just like give it, you know?
Totally.
So
There's a lot to be said for that. You know, being able to hold it down on your own.
you know this already, but I've a lot of the songs that I've written over the years, I've like, it's not good, but I've like created a stockpile and like I've been like waiting to release them and now when I listen back to them, they sound like 2019 Julia or 2020 Julia. So I'm going to release all that music now, but I feel like there's still some of that singer-songwriter element in the music I'm writing now. It's always there, but I feel like my sound is like really evolving and has evolved in the last like 2 years.
Right. So you say you have the stockpile and that you can kind of feel the 2020 version of yourself, the 2021 version of yourself.
Yeah.
And you're kind of waiting to release things. What's the wait for? Why are you waiting?
Well, part of it was COVID and just me being like distracted and like I was living in LA before COVID and then obviously that all happened so I had to move back to Toronto and I was like low-key like very depressed. I was like, you know, I thought my life was starting and I'm like, I'm back in my parents' basement like where they're like dinner, like it felt very weird. I'm like, this feels like high school,
Right.
But it's not because I'm a college graduate and I want to make money and I don't know. So
you were creating in your parents' basement, right?
Yes.
We would FaceTime all the time and I like remember the setup so clearly that you would use there.
Yeah.
But you had some success in your parents' basement on TikTok, no?
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, I think it just came down to like, okay, I can either like sit and wallow and be sad that I'm like back in my like hometown, which I was, or I could like use that and like be productive. And yeah, I told myself like, what if I just like post 1 or 2 TikToks every day for like 30 days? Like, am I going to see growth? And I definitely did. I've stopped now because I just needed a break. It wasn't like healthy. But yeah, I saw some like really good responses there and it just like made me feel seen and heard. TikTok was a big part of that, and then me being in my parents' basement, I feel like it also forced me to like make my own music and like produce my own stuff, which I had always kind of like shied away from.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Talk about it.
The production side of things. I have, from the moment that we met, I have always known you as just one of the most brilliant singers and songwriters. But recently, you started to get into the production side of things as well, which people don't realize, I think, what it really takes to be a self-produced artist. All the work that goes into that, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about your journey in production.
Kind of stumbled into it,
Yeah.
not gonna lie. I already knew how to like record piano and like kind of put sounds together and kind of create a landscape and like a rough idea of what I would hear production wise. And like I've always been good at like tracking my own vocals because I prefer to do that. I started to look differently at myself with production. I started doing Zoom sessions a lot with a really great writer producer. His name's Ariza. I feel like a lot of people in this industry are really good at gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Even if they might not realize.
Right.
And he always made it a point to be like, anything you need, I got you. He's like, you are a producer. You should start saying that.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh.
Yeah.
But like every week he's like, you are a producer. Like you're just going to get better. He's like, this first year, 2 years, 3 years is what's going to be difficult.
Right.
So I give most of the credit to him because he really like changed the way I saw and now see myself, you know.
I would love to know the young version of you that's in the backseat of the car, listening to Shania Twain, like getting it with your parents.
Yes.
If the next song that came on the radio was a song that you have yet to release, and then another one of your songs came on, and another one, would you think to yourself, like, what would she say to the version of you now?
I just think, I don't know. Little me would be really proud, but also she'd be like, "Oh, that's what we went into? That's our career? Great."
Right.
Because when I was 10, I told my parents I wanted to be a basketball player.
I see that for you.
So anything was really possible at that point. So she would have been like, "Cool, you're writing music?
Right.
Love that for you."
Right. Right. Well, I think that you being here today is a declaration of your artistry and your songwriting and how far you've come in that journey. And I am really honored that I get to share that with you.
I love you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I love you too. And I'd love to know what we have to listen to next.
So the next song that I'll play here is a weirdly tender, sensitive song for me. It's called The Wall.
Okay.
It's an old song because I wrote this back in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always been in the back of my mind, like I really got to release this song, like, and it's always been almost too special to touch in some ways.
It is a very special
in my
song.
mind, it's just always been that song that like, oh, I'll put other things out, but I don't know what I'm doing with this one yet. So it's really special to me, and yeah, this was like a song that was like a turning point in the way I viewed myself and like what I was really capable of. So yeah, I'm excited.
I can't wait to hear it.
Me too.
Hey, thanks for being here, Julia.
Thank you for having me.
Handcuffed and tied by my own sense of pride as I watched you go. All dressed in white, with my jacket so tight, I hate these nights alone, all kept in a pose. God only knows how much I've stared at the corner of the room, hoping the white slate would reveal your face. You left so soon. Can you hear me? Can you tell me you understand? Are you listening? Tell me you've had a change of plans. You're the first one I thought I should call. Can you hear me? Hear me through the wall. Oh, I don't know why I still take pride in knowing you. Oh, I hated being outside your decision to lie. I wish I'd known the truth. Oh, just how you felt, just how you melted away everything that we built, just how you planned your escape from my hands. Oh yeah, can you hear me? Can you tell me you understand? Are you listening? Tell me you've had a change of plans. Ooh, oh no, you're the first one I thought I should call. Oh, can you hear me? Hear me through the wall. Oh, can you hear me? Hear me through the wall. Hear me through the wall.
Hey stunning people, it's Beane. Make sure to check out the Salt Lick Sessions YouTube channel and subscribe.